Today we're going to be going over how to engrave 20-ounce tumblers in a OMTech K40 Plus. I have down here the Atom Stack Maker Chuck Rotary. It is one of the very few that work with the OMTech for the rotaries. It is also the best in my opinion. We have had zero issues with it. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So, pretty simply, you just tighten and loosen this wheel right here. You spin up righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So, you snug your cup onto it. I like to spin it a few times, get it nice and snug on there. Some people have complained in the past about over-tightening. I haven't personally run into any issues with that. I have a couple different laser level options. Here's one that I found on Amazon. It works great for when I'm doing my 40 ounce and 30 ounce and just odd shapes and sizes. Here's another one that I usually use on my 20 ounce. You can just pick this up at a regular hardware store. But since I have this in my hand too, I might as well just use it. So we just want that bubble to be right in between those two lines. Make sure it's nice and level. Alright, that looks pretty good. Then you also want to make sure your cup is straight this way. So one of the ways that I do that is I bump the Atom Stack rotary up against the side of my machine, but I also look at the base of the Atom Stack with this line in my machine and just kind of eyeball and make sure it's straight that way. So I currently have my actual laser off. The key is turned off. The machine is obviously on, as you can hear it running. I use, for mine, I did a bunch of line tests, but I found that the 15-30 seconds aluminum block, I ended up buying these on Amazon as well. They just really work well for putting onto the cup. And then I bump my laser head directly on top of that. And that is the distance, the ideal distance to get a good laser engraving with this machine. Once again, it's the OMTech K40 Plus. Just stock machine, nothing added other than the Atom Stack for this video. So I just bump it to the 15-30 seconds. And then, depending on what you're putting on your cup, it's going to be different every single time. I keep a small tape measure, just a little DeWalt, where I hook it on the top lip. And for this design, we are going to do 1.5 inches down from that top edge. So, pretty easy there. Next, I'm going to go over some of the computer settings. So this is the design that we're going to be doing. We need to bump our speed up from the 2 to a 5. Power is going to be 100. I'm going to change it from line to fill. That'll change this screen completely. Then we're going to do lines per inch. I have been finding lately, I changed this. I used to do 300, but I've just been doing 333. Nothing significant about that number other than it's just cleaning up and cutting away all the powder coating very well. Go ahead and hit OK. So as you can see, that just filled everything in. And this is a customer order, not necessarily something that I'm making for fun, just doing a video for an order that we had. So over here we are starting it with this user origin. I centered main gonna hit undo. I accidentally grabbed it, hit my other hand on my keyboard. So I centered this image and this image at 5.5 inches from each other, and that will put this image on one side, this liberal tears image on one side of the cup, and this on the exact opposite side. So that being said, go over to move, I'm going to clear origin, set origin, and then I click go to origin, and that should, when you click go to origin, it shouldn't move the laser at all. It should already be there because I cleared it and set it. And if you've made it this far, hopefully you already have your enable rotary and all your other settings right. Just so, I guess I'll show you under laser tools, rotary setup. We have a chuck rotary, it's enabled. Over here you have your millimeters per rotation, object diameter, and circumference. That's alright, so just hit OK. And this job is ready to go. I like to just double check my power and speed, all to output, and we are good to go. Shut my lid. Gonna kill the overhead light so you guys can hopefully see a little bit what's in it. Open. That looks very good on that side. This side is looking pretty dang good too. Looks pretty centered on each side. We're just going to pop it out. So as you can see, it's pretty dark right now. It's not the shiny that you have up here, but that's because all the soot is still on it. I'm going to take you with me. We're going to go clean it up. Take some LA Totally Awesome. Most people use this when it comes to engraving. Spray it down. And a lot of people recommend a toothbrush. I was using a toothbrush, just an old one, for a while. Got kind of tired of how long that took, so I got this off Amazon. It's a nail brush. So you can just take this. You can already see how much shinier that's getting. So I just basically scrub it down. Flip it over to the other side, scrub that one down too. And if you want to, you can always add a little more spray. Oh yeah, let's clean it up really good. Basically just want that really nice shine. So this is just my shop sink. Nothing too fancy about it. You get to see a little bit of my mess. Rinse it off. Oh yeah, you can see how that shines through really well. Sometimes if I do have a little bit of soot that's sticking, I have magic eraser. So I'll just kind of not push too hard, but you know, give it a little elbow grease. Don't overdo it. I've heard of some people saying that it can mess up the stainless, but I personally have not seen that. Just gonna dry it off so that way you can see it without any water on it. And it's looking pretty darn sharp. I think that turned out very well. Well, thanks for watching, Reach out if you have any questions or want any other videos.